Hello, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to do two things. Number one, provide you some information, and number two, provide you some inspiration in the middle of your week. Certainly hope most of you have your Christmas shopping done, and to those of us who don't, we should probably get it done rather soon, don't you think? So, hey, I hope your week's going well, and if not, may this video serve as a source of encouragement for you as we continue through these days. This month, we are taking our Christmas offering, which is going to the Ministry of Prison Fellowship, and specifically the Urban Ministry Institute. It's a curriculum that I have the privilege of teaching down in the prison every single Wednesday, and I interviewed Peter Berrigan this last Sunday, and what a wonderful man that is, and also what amazing ministry that Toomey has to the prisoners. And so would ask that you would contribute generously to this offering. And Peter's life has been impacted profoundly by this. You heard him say that on Sunday, and so encourage you to participate in this as we seek to raise up Christ-following men who are going to be released one of these days and can be an integral part of what happens in churches. And so please contribute to this fund. That would be great. Second announcement pertaining to Christmas time is this: our times for our services. Christmas Eve is at 6 p.m. here on campus. It will be live streamed as well. And then we are gathering in person on Christmas Day, the 25th, at 10:30. There will be no spiritual formation class that day, but we're gathering here on campus, as well as you can worship online if you'd like. And then on January 1st at 10:30 as well, we will have in-person worship as well as online if you'd like to worship that way. But both of those Sundays are at 10:30, no spiritual formation on either one of those days, but want you to participate with us on that. Hey, if you're the parent of a junior high or high school student, there is a luncheon this upcoming Sunday after the worship service. Going to talk to you about what our experience was this last semester, the game plan for moving forward, some specifics about what's going to happen next semester. And so I want to invite you to that. The student ministry here is getting going, and it has been going for quite a while. And so want to fill you in on what's going on there. All right. So, hey, that's really it for the informational portion of this video. And we've been looking at Matthew 1 and 2, Matthew's birth narrative story. And I want to sort of take a detour on that this morning during this midweek. And it's this: I want us to go to John chapter 1. And technically, John's doesn't have a birth narrative, neither does Mark. They pretty much just start right in with what Jesus is doing in his ministry. Yet, that being said, there seems to be a quasi-birth narrative in John chapter 1. And listen to these words, starting at verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Then we skip down to verse 14. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. Jesus Christ came. He lived among us. John acknowledges that, and John ties Jesus' coming all the way back to the beginning, and he attributes, and rightly so, attributes creation. He attributes all that's happened throughout history. He attributes Jesus Christ being involved in creation and the sustaining of his creation. And I love this line where he says, through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. What a statement there. There's nothing in all of creation that's been made that he wasn't involved in. And it blows my mind. And then this whole line of the life was the light of all mankind. Jesus Christ came to bring light to all of us, to show us what truth is, to show us what love is, to show us what authenticity is, to show us what generosity is. It's that light that exposes what reality truly is. And in verse 14, where he writes, the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us, we have seen his glory. Can you imagine that? We have seen his glory. When the Magi came from the east, they saw his glory. When Joseph and Mary were looking at baby Jesus in the manger, they were seeing his glory. We get to see his glory because of what he's done in your life and in my life. He came to do that. He came in such a beautiful way and in such a simple way that nobody saw that happening. I rejoice in how our God works and how he weaves himself in history and how he takes what looks like normal events and makes them incredibly beautiful events. It's my prayer as we continue through this Christmas season that we would keep in mind that he came to bring light. He came to bring love. He came to bring grace and truth. May we enjoy his arrival all the more. His arrival in your life and in my life that's changing our lives every single day. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great week. And we look forward to worshiping with you this weekend. God bless. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.